Preparations are on in full swing for an all-out war in the Indo-Pacific. With its bases in West Asia threatened, America is busy building floating fortresses in another part of the world. The US Navy has come up with a unique plan to counter China. It involves converting oil rigs into military bases. These will be crucial in America's response to escalating missile threats in the region, especially from China. Now, here's what we know. The project involves transforming surplus oil rigs into mobile missile defense and resupply bases. It is being developed by Gibbs and Cox. The idea was unveiled at the Sea Air Space 2024 Expo in Washington, D.C. The mobile defense or depot platform concept is designed to convert oil platforms into large floating island bases. They can operate independently for over 12 months, positioned at an ideal distance from the shore. The converted platforms will potentially play a dual role. On one hand, it will enhance U.S. air defense capabilities, and on the other hand, it will aid in strike missions. These floating fortresses will have the capacity to hold up to 512 vertical launch system cells or 100 large missile launchers. This capability is about 5 times that of an existing Arleigh-class destroyer. These floating bases will have great strategic importance. It could lead to a substantial reduction in risks and costs associated with land-based defense systems. There is also a plan to use these mobile platforms to support the sustainment of the U.S. Navy's surface combatants as well as nuclear submarines. How exactly? Through an afloat-forward staging base configuration, meaning a sea base dedicated to special warfare missions. This offers the U.S. military a cost-effective solution at only 10% of the price of a new-built ballistic missile defense system. It's an ambitious project. It shows basically that the U.S. military is bridging the gap between sea and land-based capabilities in order to take on a belligerent China. Early this month, the U.S. military placed a mid-range capability missile system on northern Luzon in the Philippines as part of the joint military exercises called Salaknib 24. It is the first time since the Cold War that the U.S. deployed such a system in Asia. It's the newest Typhoon launcher, a land-based system that can fire various missiles, including the SM-6 supersonic missile with a range of about 450 kilometers. It can also fire the Tomahawk cruise missile, which has a maximum range of 2,500 kilometers. You know what this means? It means that this American missile system can cover not only the entire Taiwan Strait and the Philippines' Luzon Strait, but also the most important cities on China's eastern coast, as well as its military bases in and around South China Sea. China, of course, decried America's move in the region. Its foreign ministry spokesman Lin Jian said at a regular press briefing last week that China strongly opposes the U.S. move. Both U.S. and China are militarizing the high seas in a great power competition to dominate. China, which considers self-ruled Taiwan as its own territory, has rapidly grown to become the world's largest navy in the past decade. China has modernized and continues to modernize its navy, raising concerns that it could invade Taiwan soon. Remember, China claims most of the South China Sea, putting it in conflict with Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, and Vietnam. And with the U.S. also boosting its military ties in Asia, the stage is set, it seems, for a military confrontation in the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.